Deep calleth unto deep by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Deep are thy waters, love, in every heart. Who is there that hath ever sounded these? Lightly we sail the still, unfathomed seas, without a compass and without a chart. Yet are there two that have essayed this art, the mother with her firstborn on her knees, the son whose cordial spirits shrink and freeze to see the life from whence he lived depart. These who have learnt that all their strength is weak, these who have striven in vain and vainly found their resolution but an idle freak, and all their spoken faith an empty sound, these have let down the plummet. Could they speak, they would but say, it never touched the ground. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Imagination by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. I called you, fiery spirits, and ye came. Earth was the earth no more, the solid ground was as a maze of cloud-like glories found. The sun was music, and the wind was flame. A rainbow shone about the sacred name of all the virtues. Thought in rapture drowned, wild ecstasy it was to hear the sound, the fluttering of the wings of love and fame. I called you, fiery spirits. When your task was over, faint, weary, and short of breath, I would have driven you hence. I did but ask the old life that I led, the life beneath, in vain. The world henceforward seems a mask fit for the haunted rooms of dreamy death. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. September by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Now every day the bracken browner grows, even the purple stars of clematis that shone about the bars grow browner, and the little autumn rose dons for her rosy gown sad weeds of brown. Now falls the eve, and ere the morning sun, many a flower her sweet life will have lost, slain by the bitter frost, who slays the butterflies also, one by one, the tiny beasts that go about their business and their feasts. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. O Earth, my mother, not upon thy breast, by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. O Earth, my mother, not upon thy breast would I my heavy head in death recline. Would I lay down these weary limbs of mine when the great voice shall call me into rest. Too well have I obeyed thy gay behest, too eagerly have worshipped at thy shrine. The better part of all my life was thine, I used thee as a lover, not a guest. I would not make with thee my dying bed, low, low beneath thy lowest let me be. Far from thy living, farther from thy dead, from every fetter of remembrance free, deep in some ocean cave, and overhead the ceaseless sounding of thy waves, O sea. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Love Winter Riding Over the Earth by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Love Winter riding over the earth, on Pegasus he rode. The flowers before him sprang to birth, and the frozen rivers flowed. Then all the youths and the maidens cried, "Stay here with us, King of Kings!" But Love said, "No, for the horse I ride, for the horse I ride has wings." End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Friends with a Difference by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Oh, one I need to love me, and one to understand, and one to soar above me, and one to clasp my hand, and one to make me slumber, and one to bid me strive. But seven's the sacred number that keeps the soul alive. And first and last of seven, and all the world and more, is she I need in heaven, and may not need before. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Thee have I sought, divine humility, by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Thee have I sought, divine humility, within, without, and science did I take as guide to thee, she showed me doubt. Then did I turn to art, be thou my friend, my pride destroy. She sang of glory that should never end, and taught me joy. Nature, be thou my monitress, I cried in accents clear. She shook the very base of human pride, and whispered, "Fear." Lastly of love did I beseech this grace to come to thee. Love turned on me a dark and dreadful face, 'twas jealousy. My faith had gone, my hope was well nigh dead, my strength to seek. Last came a memory. "Learn of me," it said, "for I am meek." End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Dear Builder of the Bridge, with thee I stood, by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Dear Builder of the Bridge, with thee I stood and watched the waters flow, and heard thy cry of "Onward!" o'er the flood, between two skies, one over, one below. Whether it was the outward eye that thought, the inward eye that saw, I know not. Into harmony were brought the floating image and abiding law. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Forgive, oh yes, how lightly, lightly said, by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Forgive, oh yes, how lightly, lightly said. Forget, no, never, while the ages roll, till God slay o'er again the undying dead, and quite unmake my soul. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. On a Day and on a Day by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. On a day and on a day, when my love was far away, down I sat and spake to him, words whereat my eyes grew dim. woods whereby my cheeks became suddenly a burning flame, woods wherewith my hands grew cold as the touch of churchyard mould. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Whether I Live or Whether I Die by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Whether I live or whether I die, whatever the worlds I see, I shall come to you by, and you will come to me. Whoever was foolish, we were wise, we crossed the boundary line. I saw my soul look out of your eyes, you saw your soul in mine. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Thou That Canst Sit in Silence Hour by Hour by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Thou that canst sit in silence hour by hour, and know God is in his minutest flower, and watch his myriad ways among the grass, and feel his touch on every frond of fern, on the small shadows as they slowly turn, and on the little creatures as they pass. What blindness is it that doth hold thine eyes, make streets a hell and meadows paradise, to shut him out from his great creature, man? Hath he not writ himself in every face? Awake, and be not impotent to trace what is and has been since the world began. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. One Day in Every Year by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. One day in every year, a hope that is a fear comes very near. Once every year I say, less long now the delay, shorter the way. Whether for joy or woe I say that this is so, I do not know. Only one thing is clear, a hope that is a fear comes near. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Dedication by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Life of my learning, fire of all my art, O thou to whom my days obscurely tend, dear past expression, friend beyond a friend, soul of my soul, and heart within my heart, hear and forgive thy servant overbold, who dared to write the words he could not say, and with too eager hand hath given away that which his eyes alone to thee unfold. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Egypt's Might is Tumbled Down by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Egypt's might is tumbled down, down adown the deeps of thought. Greece is fallen, and Troy town, glorious Rome hath lost her crown, Venice' pride is naught. But the dreams their children dreamed, fleeting, unsubstantial, vain, shadowy as the shadows seemed, airy nothing as they deemed, these remain. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. An Insincere Wish Addressed to a Beggar by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. We are not near enough to love. I can but pity all your woe, for wealth has lifted me above, and falsehood set you down below. If you were true, we still might be brothers in something more than name. And were I poor, your love to me would make our differing bonds the same. But golden gates between us stretch, Truth opens her forbidding eyes, you can't forget that I am rich, nor I that you are telling lies. Love never comes but at love's call, and pity asks for him in vain. Because I cannot give you all, you give me nothing back again. And you are right with all your wrong, for less than all is nothing too. May heaven beggar me ere long, and truth reveal herself to you. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Remember Not Our Iniquities by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Remember not, I say to him whose face is as the earnest of eternal grace. Remember not, if thou remember all, even from thy grace even I, thy child, must fall. Yet on my knees I dare not breathe a prayer that is but empty coinage of the air. There shall not fail one tittle or one jot, and shall thy children cry, Remember not? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. O Mighty Spirit, whither art thou fled? By Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by a Newgate Novelist. O mighty Spirit, whither art thou fled? No mate was found in all the world for thee. Whom hast thou chosen for thy company in all the shadowy regions of the dead? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Ah, I have striven by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Ah, I have striven, that it might vanish as the smoke. Angels remember it in heaven. In vain I have striven to forget the word that I spoke. See, I am fighting, that I may bring it to naught. It is written in fiery writing. In vain I am fighting to forget the thought that I thought. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Weary was I of toil and strife by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Weary was I of toil and strife, and weary of drawing breath, and still, whatever I did for life, it went the way to death. It went adown the dusty road, whence there is no recall. None may bear another's load, for the load is borne by all. Some of the souls escape and fly, though the grave to us be dumb. They do not know what it is to die, for they make the world to come. And see, of the death of the body of man is made the wholesome earth. The sun will shine, and the wind will fan, and flowers be brought to birth. There's many a bough that greenlier swings where he hath measured his span. But tell me, where is the flower that springs from the death of the soul of man? Then was I ware of a little child, with eyes that I could not see, For all they were so gentle and mild, they shook the heart in me. As he stood beneath the tree of thorn under the dazzling blue, he was all the men that ever were born, and all the women too. The roses twined around his feet, the birds about him sang, and all the beasts of the field to greet their lord and master sprang. Of the rotten souls to earth that fell is made this awful flower, and he rules the living straight from hell with the very devil's power. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. We Were Not Made for Refuges of Lies by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. We were not made for refuges of lies, and false, embattled bulwarks will not screen us. We mocked the careful shieldings of the wise, and only utter truth can be between us. Long suns and moons have wrought this day at length. The heavens in naked majesty have told thee. To see me as I am, have thou the strength, and, even as thou art, I dare behold thee. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Sounds by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. The clock, a crowing cock, and under these the murmur of the wind among the trees, the hum of bees. The clock is busy man with time at strife, wasting brief hours to measure out his life. The cock, vainglorious man, chanting his praise, forgetful of the time, how short the days. The wind is man, dreaming and dreaming still, silence with music evermore to fill. The bee is man, that neither hastes nor shirks, not happy and unhappy as he works. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. To a Bullying Wind That Rose at Sunset by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Across the golden clouds grey clouds are flying. Shepherd that changest each as thou dost drive, why, when the day whose birth thou lov'st is dying, spend'st thou thy wealth to keep the clouds alive? Why must thou, wind, the silent trees awaken? Quiet and still they stood the livelong day. What secrets from the tossing leaves are shaken? What forced caresses make it worth the fray? But for thy toil this gentle hour were given to musing recollections and to prayer. Ah, who can pray when there is war in heaven, and these wild angels whistle through the air? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. No Newspapers by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Where, to me, is the loss of the scenes they saw, of the sounds they heard? A butterfly flits across, or a bird. The moss is growing on the wall. I heard the leaf of the poppy fall. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. There with 2 lives before me did I choose, by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. There with 2 lives before me did I choose. There did I lose to win, and win to lose. Not till the day all secrets are displayed shall that great angel show the choice I made. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Oh, tell me not that years will give, by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Oh, tell me not that years will give oblivion as they fly. The hope whereby alone I live is one with memory. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. They served with Nelson, and with Nelson died, by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. They served with Nelson, and with Nelson died. Well was it said, we may not in our pride utter the praise of ancestors like these, yet may we speak it humbly on our knees. For were we silent all, 'tis past a doubt the very stones against us would cry out. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. O Darkness Gather Round by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. O darkness, gather round! Let no sweet sound scatter the silence of this one sweet hour. I will not see the fairest, I will forego the rarest, sooner than breathe upon time's perfect flower. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. No Longer Live by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. No longer live, thou hast betrayed thy trust. Dust art thou, turn again to crumbling dust. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Wind by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. O voice that ever wanderest o'er the earth, lamenting, roaring, sighing, where was thy place of birth, and where shall be thy dying? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Song of Nightingales by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. The song of nightingales, when the moon fails along the lake and down the grassy shore. This is not yours to hear, who often hear, but it is mine, my dear, who heard it once and hear it evermore. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. I shall forget you, oh my dead, by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. I shall forget you, oh my dead, I shall forget you. You will not care. Less visible than air, you are where no forgetfulness may fret you. But I, how shall I bear, visible earth, my dead, when I forget you? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Ch2 Heavens by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Fair, O nature, thy fulfilling, man may never match thee there. Nay, for his achievement killing flowery promise works despair. Flower and fruit to thee are given, autumn fair as spring in birth. Thou revealest heaven from heaven, man in heaven discovers earth. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Death and the Lady by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. "Turn in, my lord, turn in," she said. "As it were the father of sin, I have hated the father of the dead, the slayer of my kin. By the father of the living led, turn in, my lord, turn in. We were foes of old, thy touch was cold, but mine is warm as life. I have struggled and made thee loose thy hold, I have turned aside the knife. Despair itself in me was bold, I have striven and won the strife. But that which conquered thee and rose again to earth descends. For the last time we have come to blows, and the long combat ends. The worst and secretest of foes, be now my friend of friends. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Contents of an Ink Bottle by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Well of blackness, all defiling, full of flattery and reviling. Ah, what mischief hast thou wrought out of what was airy thought! What beginnings and what ends, making and dividing friends! Colours of the rainbow lie in thy tint of ebony. Many a fancy have I found bright upon that sombre ground. Cupid plays along the edge, skimming o'er it like a midge. Niobe in turn appears, thinning it with crystal tears. False abuse and falser praise, falsest lays and roundelays. One thing, one alone, I think, never yet was found in ink. Truth lies not, the truth to tell, at the bottom of this well. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Chillingham by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. 1. Through the sunny garden the humming bees are still. The fir climbs the heather climbs the hill. The low clouds have riven a little rift through. The hill climbs to heaven, far away and blue. 2. Oh, the high valley, the little low hill, and the cornfield over the sea, the wind that rages and then lies still, and the clouds that rest and flee. Oh, the grey island and the rainbow haze and the long thin spits of land, the roughening pastures and the stony ways, and the golden flash of the sand. Oh, the red heather on the moss-wrought rock, and the fir tree stiff and straight, the shaggy old sheep-dog barking at the flock, and the rotten old 5-barred gate. Oh, the brown bracken, the blackberry bough, the scent of the gorse in the air. I shall love them ever as I love them now. I shall weary in heaven to be there. 3. Strike, life, a happy hour, and let me live but in that grace. I shall have gathered all the world can give, unending time and space. Bring light and air, the thin and shining air of the North land, the light that falls on tower and garden there, close to the gold sea sand. Bring flowers, the latest colours of the earth, ere none like frost lay her hard hand upon this rainbow mirth, with twinkling emerald crossed. The white star of the traveller's joy, the deep empurpled rays that hide the smoky stone, the dahlia rooted in Egyptian sleep, the last frail rose alone. Let music whisper from a casement set by them of old, where the light smell of lavender may yet rise from the soft loose mould. Then shall I know, with eyes and ears awake, not in bright gleams, the joy my heavenly Father joys to make for men who grieve in dreams. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Guy's Cliff at Night by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Heavily plumed the stately elm tree hung, the sentinel fir stood straight, a star went in and out the boughs among. On the live air of evening there was flung the scent of the tall lily, white and great, the garden's altar candle, shining late. Far, far away I heard a distant bell, faint and again more loud, the waters of the dim weir rose and fell. All other things were silent. Who can tell the murmur of the wind that fell and rose? And whence he came, whither he went, who knows? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. New Year's Eve by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Speak to the wind and bid him stay, lest that within find out a way. Call to the sea to hush his wail, that is failing, which must not fail. Cry to time as he goes by, that is dying, which cannot die. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. On a Soldier Who Died of Illness by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Give him his martial honours, for he fought a harder foe than man, and ne'er betrayed the trust upon him laid, nay, not so much as by a rebel thought. Not where the golden hope of glory leered, not on the field of fame he fought and fell, but he endured right well, yea, as a soldier should, he silently endured. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Lilies and Doves, May 1902 by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Bring not the lily hither. She is pale, and we have bought with blood the end of strife. She lives a day, and then her glories fail. The peace we died for shall outlive our life. Make not the dove an emblem. She hath wings, and she will fly. 'Tis not her cooing song that shall proclaim the concord whence there springs stern peace, a joy inflexible and strong. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. On Such a Day by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Some hang above the tombs, some weep in empty rooms. I, when the iris blooms, remember. I, when the cyclamen opens her buds again, rejoice a moment, then remember. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Evening by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. 1. The great rain is over, the little rain begun, falling from the higher leaves, bright in the sun, down to the lower leaves, one drop by one. 2. All greenery hath faded from the trees, the soft red earth turns brown, no leaflet even stirring in the breeze. Slowly the night sinks down. The sun is gone, but in the lighted west the gracious tokens of his going are, and quick to shine, out gleaming all the rest, brighter for darkness grows a single star. 3. Now the sky is inky black, and the clouds a driven wrack, now the wind of death is blowing. Sceptre and crown shall tumble down, how the kings of the earth are going! 4. Mysterious earth! Mother of trees and flowers, born in thy busy darkness, home of men, whose turning sets the timeless flight of hours, who weavest life and dost unweave again. In some far distant star, whereof no word hath traversed space, or human or divine, they call thee by a name we never heard. Night after night they look to see thee shine. Old earth, if thou were burnt a blazing light with all the men and beasts that in thee are, the dwellers in the kindred worlds of night would haply say, there fell a shooting star. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Arm thee, forth upon the road, by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Arm thee, forth upon the road, Michael is calling the hosts of God. Arm thee, out into the night, forth again, child of the light. Arm thee, take the sword, bright with the might of the glory of the Lord. Arm thee, the morning kings have heard the murmur of Michael's wings. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Her face for utter stillness hath no peer, by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Her face for utter stillness hath no peer. Whether the spring makes verdant hill and plain, or the snow falleth, or the soft sweet rain, she changeth not throughout the changing year. Her eyes are tranquil, not the hosts of fear, not grief, although he rent her heart in twain, nor joy, although he gave it her again, could from those crystal depths compel a tear. The fighting waters, meeting as they fight in frothy combat with the flood increase, they leave the pool above them clear and bright, but flecked with foam, to show where strife did cease. How vain this token of their vanished might! How dreadful was the war that left this peace! End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Blind by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. The branch breaks because it is weak. Never talk of the wind. Was it his parents, Rabbi? Speak! Or was it he who sinned? But he that made the branch and the wind, and men and women out of clay, gave answer, This man hath not sinned, nor they. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Good Friday in My Heart, Fear and Affright by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Good Friday in my heart, fear and affright. My thoughts are the disciples when they fled, my words the words that priest and soldier said, my deed the spear to desecrate the dead, and day, thy death therein, is changed to night. Then Easter in my heart sends up the sun. My thoughts are Mary when she turned to see, my words are Peter answering, Lov'st thou me? My deeds are all thine own, drawn close to thee, and night and day, since thou dost rise, are one. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Lord of the Winds, I Cry to Thee by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Lord of the winds, I cry to thee, I that am dust, and blown about by every gust, I fly to thee. Lord of the waters, unto thee I call, I that am weed upon the waters borne, and by the waters torn, tossed by the waters, at thy feet I fall. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. To C.E.G. on Her Birthday by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Thy little destiny hits the bright stars on high, strikes roots into the deep. Waking, thou dost not know what armies with thee go, who slumbers in thy sleep. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Singing of the Children for Theo by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Little Theo's gone away, gone away. We shall never see her play here and there the livelong day. God in heaven loves us all, loves us all. Little Theo heard him call, and she let her playthings fall. God in heaven loved her so, loved her so. Little Theo, will you go, will you go? And she left us here below. Very gently let us sing, Theo now remembering, loving more than anything. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Gibberish by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Many a flower have I seen blossom, many a bird for me will sing. Never heard I so sweet a singer, never saw I so fair a thing. She is a bird that blossoms, she is a flower that sings, and I a flower when I behold her, and when I hear her, I have wings. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. In London Town by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. It was a bird of paradise, over the roofs he flew. All the children in a trice clapped their hands and cried, "How nice! Look, his wings are blue!" His body was of ruby red, his eyes were burning gold. All the grown-up people said, "What a pity the creature is not dead, for then it could be sold." One was braver than the rest. he took a loaded gun. Aiming at the emerald crest, he shot the creature through the breast. Down it fell in the sun. It was not heavy, it was not fat, and folk began to stare. "We cannot eat it, that is flat, and such outlandish feathers as that, why who could ever wear?" They flung it into the river brown. A pity the creature died! With a smile and with a frown, thus they did in London town. But all the children cried. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Sum of Loss I Have Not Reckoned Yet by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. The sum of loss I have not reckoned yet. I cannot tell. Forever it was morning when we met, night when we bade farewell. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Are the Dead as Calm as Those by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Are the dead as calm as those they leave behind them, friends or foes? However a man may love or fight, calm he falls asleep at night. Fast the living sleeps and well, but the spirits, who can tell? Are they as a rushing flame for the sun from whence it came? Driven on from star to star where the other dead men are? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Nicodemus by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. With slow and stealthy steps he trod the darkening and deserted streets, and no one in the market greets the man upon his way to God. By night he left the splendid home that sheltered many a sleeping guest. One and another lay at rest. The master of the house would roam. Was there a single soul that knew? No, for he feared the eye of scorn, the crooked laugh of anger born. Only the bats about him flew. The broidered borders of his gown he covered o'er, that none might see. Shall good come out of Galilee? This were the mock of all the town. But in the city named for peace, no peace his weary heart had known, and ever in the crowd alone he waged a war that would not cease. He came by night, and yet he came, and he that was himself the way shall own him in the judgment day, and to the world confess his name. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Three Aspects by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Some showed me life as 'twere a royal game, shining in every colour of the sun, with prizes to be played for, one by one, love, riches, fame. Some showed me life as 'twere a terrible fight, a ceaseless striving 'gainst unnumbered foes, a battle ever harder to the close, ending in night. Thou didst make of life a vision deep, of the deep happiness the spirit feels, when heavenly music heaven itself reveals, and passions sleep. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Low Flying Swallow, Though the Sky Be Fair by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Low-flying swallow, though the sky be fair, the sunshine soft, thou seekest not with love the upper air, soaring aloft. Thy sharp and gleamy wing goes flashing by me, thy dusky white and blue thou'lt not deny me. Thy nest's a bit of mine, thy little home set in the eaves. When roses leave the wall, where wilt thou roam when summer leaves? Not lightly, flying friend, can I forego thee, the longest day is all too short to know thee. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Haven by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Where the grey bushes by the grey sea grow, where the grey islands lie, naked and bare to all the winds that blow, under the dim grey sky. The very flowers are grey, and dare not show the blue we know the little harebell by. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Cut It Down by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. By a dim road o'ergrown with dry, thin grass, a little straggling, wild, wind-beaten tree stood like a sentry where no feet might pass, and storm swept by the sea. What was the secret of that lonely place? Had some accursed thing gone by this way, leaving the horror of his evil face on leaf and bough and spray? I know not, but the very sunbeams took the darkness of the gnarled and twisted stem, the summer air those wrinkled leaves forsook, nor ever played in them. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Change by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Ah, there is no abiding. Signs from heaven are sent. Over the grass the wind went gliding, and the green grass grew silver as he went. Ah, there is no remaining. Ever the tide of ocean ebbs and flows. Over the blue sea goes the wind complaining, and the blue sea turns emerald as he goes. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Hail and Farewell by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Farewell, my joy, for other hearts the spring, for other eyes the roses, but for me the iron gate, the shadowy cypress tree, the solemn dirge that cloistered voices sing. Farewell, my joy, alas, I loved thee well, for no light matter had I let thee go. I cherished thee in rain and wind and snow, I bound thee to my breast with many a spell. Hail and farewell, my joy! If I might give to one sweet friend the rapture that I miss, read in her eyes that ecstasy of bliss, though death were in my own, I yet should live. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Broken Friendship by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Give me no gift, less than thyself were not. It was thyself, alas, not thine I sought. Once reigned I as a monarch in this heart, now from the doors a stranger I depart. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. In that sleep of death what dreams may come, by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Oh, grant me darkness, let no gleam recall the visionary ray. Give me to sleep without a dream. Too often have I dreamt by day. The dreams of day are all too strong. Give me undreaming sleep, and long. If blackest night be of the stuff whereof sun-woven days are made, I that have dreamed, and dreamed enough, tremble, of dreamier dreams afraid. Give to the heart thy dreams have blessed the dark unconsciousness of rest. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Maiden by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Who was this that came by the way when the flowers were springing? She bore in her hair the buds of May, and a bird on her shoulder singing. A girdle of the fairest green her slender waist confined, and such a flame was never seen as in her eyes there shined. By the way she came, that way she went, and took the sunlight with her. The May of life shall all be spent ere she again come hither. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. January the 1st by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Sweetest wishes didst thou send for a New Year's greeting, friend. Many pleasant years may we together yet in friendship see. If the day of dooming nears, many sweet uncounted years. Ah, but here and now we know each the other's outward show. How to find you there and then, though you be a man of men, if I see not eye and brow fashioned as I see them now? Ugly thought that we may meet, nor feel sure enough to greet. Have you neither doubts nor fears of the strange uncounted years? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Gold by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. I have not loved the gold of the mine, I have not loved the image of gold, but I have loved the gold divine that springs in April from the mould, and I have loved to see thee shine, thou sun, that makest all things gold. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Oh, Let Me Be in Loving Nice by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Oh, let me be in loving nice, dainty, fine, and precise, that I may charm my charmed dear, as though I felt a secret fear, to lose what never can be lost, her faith who still delights me most. So shall I be more than true ever in my aging new. So dull habit shall not be wrongly called fidelity. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Youth's Dying by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Die, youth, die. There are none to lament thee. Those that have loved thee think thee living yet. Hues as of life their blind love hath lent thee. Ah, they forget! Well hast thou fought, yea, mightily hast striven. Those that have loved thee shall not know how hard earth bore thee down, and hell and highest heaven, wounded and scarred. Die, youth, die, for I cannot bear thy dying. Life's death in life, and death is all in all. See the dead leaves from the barren trees are flying. Hark, the winds call. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Three Helpers in Battle by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. I have not been as Joshua, when he fought the hosts of Amalek in the valley found. My voice hath never, like a trumpet sound, victory for the falling victors wrought. But I, with Aaron, faint yet unafraid, held up the hands of Moses while he prayed. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Praise by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Ah, who shall praise receive, and not profane her? Fool were I to believe, churl to disdain her. Praise is the kindly love of all a nation, lifting the man above his lower station. Praise is a mortal hate, in blood, not money. He pays who takes the bait, swallows the honey. Imperial renown, how may I win thee? Praise me, and I shall own the strength of 10 within me. Praise me, and I shall sink in shallow water, folly upon the brink, vanity's daughter. Alone they safely trod the flowery mazes who loved the praise of God more than man's praises. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Joy in Joy by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. In the blue and golden summer weather, when sun and moon held sway, I blessed the fair because they were fair, and the gay because they were gay. I blessed their flocks and blessed their herds, and charmed them from all care, because the gay were gay as birds, and because the fair were fair. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Two by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. No nearer to thy presence let me stand. Fate set me in a strange and distant land. There let my life run out its tranquil course, unchecked, as now, with every painful breath, to feel between us a dividing force more strong than death. And say not thou, this is love's waning hour. By love's own God I never felt his power, the all-commanding terror of his bliss, never in passion's noontide loved thee more. When I compare my former state with this, I never loved before. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. As I Went Singing Over the Earth by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. As I went singing over the earth, many a song I heard, a song of death and a song of mirth, a song that was of little worth, and the song of a bird. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Ingrato Cor by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. All that love hath to give to me is given. Alas for the unutterable pain! To love that showered on me the pearls of heaven, I have no gift that I can give again. Not the least gem of earth from the rock riven. I search my empty treasury in vain. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. After St. Augustine by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Sunshine let it be, or frost, storm or calm, as thou shalt choose. Though thine every gift were lost, thee thyself we could not lose. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. At evening time it shall be light by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Since Isaac in the fields at eventide went mourning for a mother lately lost, and saw towards the east the veiled bride who came to meet him, counting well the cost, how many in Isaac hath the evening blessed, bringing him light, when all he craved was rest. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Fighting Would I Have You Die by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Fighting would I have you die, with that look upon your face, when the spirit of the race flashes in the kindled eye. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Two Differing Sorrows Made These Eyes Grow Dim by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Two differing sorrows made these eyes grow dim. Woe, for which all must weep, while weep they can, and that more poignant anguish known to him, whose grief's the jest of every other man. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The King by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. It was but the lightest word of the King, when he was neither merry nor sad. It was but a very little thing, yet it made his servant glad. He gave a look as it befell, between a smile and a smothered sigh. Whether he meant it, who can tell? But the man went out to die. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Second Time by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. I cannot love you well, love, I cannot love again. Your heaven is my hell, love, your rapture is my pain. I cannot say once more, love, the words that have been said. My hand is on the door, love, my heart is with the dead. When you would bid me stay, love, a voice is in mine ear that cries, away, away, love, how shouldst thou linger here? You warmed me at your fire, love, but I myself am cold. God grant you your desire, love, and new love for the old. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Love, the Immortal Thing by Time Constrained by Mary Coleridge, Ch1 Love, the immortal thing, by time constrained, is as a spirit by some devil bound, his voice an unintelligible sound, his aspect harsh despair, and beauty feigned. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Hush by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. She sleeps so lightly, that in trembling fear beside her, where she lies asleep, I kneel, the rush of thought and supplication staying, lest by some inward sense she see and hear, if I too clearly think, too loudly feel, and break her rest by praying. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Mother to a Baby by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Where were you, baby? Where were you, dear? Even I have known you only a year. You were born, baby, when I was born. 12 months ago, you left me forlorn. Why did you leave me, heart of my heart? Then I was all of you, now you are part. You lived while I lived, we two were one. We two are two now, while the days run. Every maid born, love, womanly, mild, is in herself love, mother and child. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. On a Sudden Departure by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Stay, stay, my heart, what is it thou dost feel? There's many cross the sea, and come again. Why should the waves thy only treasure steal? Is she alone, the sport of wind and rain? She will return once more to help and heal. Refrain, my heart, refrain. Possess thyself in patience, thinking how thou wilt endure the inevitable day, when for that voyage, either she or thou, whence there is no return, must go away. Then gird up thy strength to bear, but now, stay, stay, my heart, thy restless beating stay. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Say This by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Say that I lived a life of sun and storm, though sun prevailed. Say that I saw an ever-blessed form, and strove, and failed. Say that I spent on love my latest breath, and spent it well. Say that I died a happy soldier's death, and fighting fell. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Par oublier qui bien aime by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. To me realities but seem the offspring of a foolish dream. The things that were alone are true. The past is present here with you. With you among the flowers I stray, that grow not here but far away, and gazing from your eyes I see a soul forever lost to me. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Sleep by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Others may praise thee, sleep, so will not I. I loathe thee from the bottom of my heart. Thou art a dull and ill-conceived lie, to turn quick nature into cunning art. The sleeping and the dead are pictures. Yea, I love not pictures eyeless, soulless, still, mere portraits of the perishable clay, bereft of reason, passion, strength, and will. Others may woo thee, sleep, so will not I. Dear is each minute of my conscious breath. Hard fate, that, ere the time be come to die, myself, to live, must nightly mimic death. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Contradictions by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. When I am dead, I know that thou wilt weep, I that have never caused thee grief before, I that have soothed thee, sung thy woes to sleep, I shall have wrought thee sorrow wild and deep, and made thy burden more. When I am dead, I know thou wilt forget, thou that didst never yet forget thy friend. Grieve not, I cry, I would not have thee fret, remember I would live within thee yet. In vain, I know the end. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Astrology by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. She sought the stars, she told me I must die, what time my 20 summers had gone by. Because her voice changed, as she told me this, to hear my doom was agony of bliss. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Child's Day by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. All day long he has been busy, little barrows trundling round, one especial plot of ground, I should think he must be dizzy. Not the little busy bee, not the merchant in the city, not the brotherhood of pity, e'er was busier than he. When the sun got up this morning, he to feed the flowers began, with a scarlet watering can, rest and sleep and breakfast scorning. Now the sun has all but set, on the very self-same flowers, still dispensing liberal showers, see, the gardener's happy yet. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Wind and Sea by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. The wind and the sea are sisters, they moan forevermore, one in the pine tree branches, and one against the shore, one for the land behind her, one for the land before. The wind is the sea's young brother, the self-same voice have they. Sunlight and moonlight kiss them, and then they kiss and play. Sometimes they hate each other, and then they fight all day. "What silly stuff you scribble," my fair love said to me, "as if such things as those are, could ever strive or agree. They are neither brothers nor sisters, but just the wind and the sea." End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Mistaken by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. I never thought that you could mourn as other women do, a blossom from your garland torn, a jewel dropped that you had worn. What could that be to you? You never heard the human sound of wailing and despair, nor faithful proved, nor faithless found. You lived and moved in beauty crowned, content with being fair. If I had known those eyes could weep that used to sparkle so, you had been mine to love, to keep. But all too late I probed the deep, and all too late I know. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Mara by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. When my dead went home to my dead, and I was left alone, never a tear I shed, and I never moaned a moan. Never a word I said, when the dead went home to my dead, and I was left alone. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. My true love hath my heart and I have his, by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. None ever was in love with me but grief. She wooed me from the day that I was born. She stole my playthings first, the jealous thief, and left me there forlorn. The birds that in my garden would have sung, she scared away with her unending moan. She slew my lovers too when I was young, and left me there alone. Grief, I have cursed thee often. Now at last to hate thy name I am no longer free. Caught in thy bony arms and prisoned fast, I love no love but thee. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Deserted House by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. There's no smoke in the chimney, and the rain beats on the floor. There's no glass in the window, there's no wood in the door. The heather grows behind the house, and the sand lies before. No hand hath trained the ivy, the walls are grey and bare. The boats upon the sea sail by, nor ever tarry there. No beast of the field comes nigh, nor any bird of the air. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. There by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. There, in that other world, what waits for me? What shall I find after that other birth? No stormy, tossing, foaming, smiling sea, but a new earth. No sun to mark the changing of the days, no slow, soft falling of the alternate night, no moon, no star, no light upon my ways, only the light. No grey cathedral, wide and wondrous fair, that I may tread where all my fathers trod. Nay, nay, my soul, no house of God is there, but only God. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Song by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Thy hand in mine, thy hand in mine, and through the world we two will go, with love before us for a sign, our faces set to every foe. Thy hand in mine, thy hand in mine. My heart in thine, my heart in thine, through life, through happy death the same, we two will kneel before the shrine and keep alight the sacred flame. My heart in thine, my heart in thine. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Useless by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Gold I can give, and what would it avail thee? 'Tis manna that thou askest, not a stone. How canst thou learn, when all thy visions fail thee, to live by bread alone? I cannot grant thee one brief glimpse of heaven, I cannot stay the tears that thou must weep. Loved, lost in life, I cannot bid thee even forget thy woes in sleep. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Ch6 Friends by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Before thine altar on my bended knees, when I remember those thy friends that lie helpless and hopeless, sunk in misery, O Christ, I love thee, but I love not these. Without them I may never hope to please that friend of theirs, who had no word to say, when from his side the rich man turned away. O Christ, thou lov'st not me, thou lovest these. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. All One by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Be still, my beating heart, be still. There is no hope for thee tonight. The fading of the wintry light has made a blackness of the hill. Be still, my beating heart. For thee tonight there is no fear. The moon has risen white and clear, and we shall neither meet nor part. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Clever Woman by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. You thought I had the strength of men, because with men I dared to speak, and courted science now and then, and studied Latin for a week. But woman's woman, even when she reads her ethics in the Greek. You thought me wiser than my kind, you thought me more than common tall. You thought because I had a mind, that I could have no heart at all. But woman's woman you will find, whether she be great or small. And then you needs must die. Ah, well! I knew you not, you loved not me. 'Twas not because that darkness fell, you saw not what there was to see, but I that saw and could not tell. Oh, evil angel, set me free! End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Friends and Foes by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. They fed me with poisonous food of praise, they sung me to sleep with slumberous lays, that I was beautiful, wise and strong, the king was king, and could do no wrong. When morning came, I awoke to find that I was ignorant, poor and blind. So I sought me out a parcel of foes. They stripped me of all my daintiest clothes, they sent me naked into the night, over stocks and stones I took my flight. When morning dawned I awoke to see that a babe had been, that a man might be. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Poet and Sculptor by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. As a maiden caught and bound by the magic of a sound sweeter far than mortal ear ever yet attained to hear, so I sat and read what an ancient poet said. Man is weak, the gods are strong. This the burden of the song. When I saw the immortal faces, gods and heroes, nymphs and graces, fauns and satyrs, hairy-eared, things no mortal ever feared, Venus but a lady sweet, Cupid playing at her feet. Nay, I cried, the poet's wrong, gods are weak, but man is strong. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Why is she set so far above me? By Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Why is she set so far above me, and yet not altogether raised above? I would give all the world that she should love me, my soul that she should never learn to love. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Alcestis to Admetus by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Build over me no marble monument to stand forever high above the throng. Weave not my name in any wreath of song. Hang up no picture of my life's event. The lasting stone would mock thy brief lament, witness thy short affection over long, the steadfast words thy changing passion wrong, the painted features cry, Repent, repent. Live and forget me. Farewell, better so, than that I should be made the scorn of men who mark the pageantry of grief, the show of feeling lighter than the wind, and then, with lifted eyebrows, smile and whisper, Lo, a year is past, Admetus weds again. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. I know not how it is with me, the light, by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. I know not how it is with me, the light is cruel to mine eyes, since thou art dead. And yet, when all the hours of day are sped, my grief cries louder in the silent night. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Furness Abbey by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Here would the aged pilgrim gladly stay to rest him in these hospitable halls. Here, where the night disconsolately falls, with song and story keep the night at bay. Here did the shadowy brethren, white and grey, move to and fro within their stately walls, and bind and loose the burdens of their thralls, nor ever from the poor man turn away. Alas! within the abbot's painted room rich with armorial rose and eastern palms, the ferns are growing, and the harebells bloom, and blackberry for all who ask an alms, where, through the veil of nightshade in the gloom, the screech owl hoots his penitential psalms. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Helpless by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Only for thee I fly the joyful sun, and mar the gladsome features of the day. But labour lost is all this labour done, my travail gives thee not an hour of play. My sleepless nights I consecrate to thee, thou canst not sleep the sounder, love, for me. My striving cannot bring thee rest from strife, nor all my weariness one moment's ease. Thou hast a secret bitterness to wife. Love's born of woes, but not such woes as these. Last woe of all, my life for thee I give, but dying, I can never make thee live. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. I envy not the dead that rest, by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. I envy not the dead that rest, the souls that sing and fly. Not for the sake of all the blest am I content to die. If ever men were laid in earth, and might in earth repose, where spirits have no second birth, those I envy, those. My being would I gladly give, rejoicing to be freed. But if forever I must live, then let me live indeed. What peace could ever be to me the joy that strives with strife? What blissful immortality so sweet as struggling life? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. From My Window by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. An old man leaning on a gate over a London mews, to contemplate, is it the sky above, the stones below? Is it remembrance of the years gone by, or thinking forward to futurity that holds him so? Day after day he stands, quietly folded are the quiet hands, rarely he speaks. Hath he, so near the hour when time shall end, so much to spend? What is it he seeks? Whate'er he be, he is become to me a form of rest. I think his heart is tranquil, from it springs a dreamy watchfulness of tranquil things, and not unblessed. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. After reading certain books by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. It's a great deal better to lose than win, and virtue is nothing compared to sin, and to get out of heaven's the way to get in, said the devil. For the narrow way, as we know full well, is the way that leads a saint to hell, and who can rise that never fell? Said the devil. And if God forgave, not when you would, but whenever you did the best you could, what room would there be for God to be good? Said the devil. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Finding of Lord Strathmore, 1715, by Mary Coleridge. LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Who is he? Asked the seekers of the dead, when they had come where cold and stiff he lay. He was a man, the old retainer said, yesterday. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Impromptu by Mary Coleridge. LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Gorgeous grew the common walls about me, floor and ceiling very heaven became, music all within me and about me, brain on fire and heart aflame, yet I could not speak for shame, and I stammered when I tried to speak the name. Gone the light, and vanished all the glory, clasping, grasping, fancy strives in vain. None can sing the song or tell the story. Walls are only walls again. Now the stammering tongue speaks plain. Oh, the ache of dreary dullness, worse than pain. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. In a Volume of Austin Dobson by Mary Coleridge. LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. The faded perfume of forgotten years, the scent of withered rose leaves sweetly faint, old world imaginations, fancies quaint, and fun just dancing on the edge of tears, a boy's delight, a little maiden's fears, a heroine of the days of patch and paint, the gentle visions of an old French saint, the treachery that repels not, but endears. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Ghosts by Mary Coleridge. LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Come, gentle ghosts, from that far distant shore of those that look no more upon the sun. We love you ever as we loved before. We could not fear you now, the day is done. One ghost alone I fear, the ghost of one that lives, but loves, and is beloved no more. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. At the Mad Lane by Mary Coleridge. LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. I saw a cross of burning gold and jewels glorious to behold. Over it a golden crown, all the people falling down. I saw an ugly cross of wood, on it there were stains of blood, over it a crown of thorn, plaited for the people's scorn. Cross of gold, no fruit was thine, nothing but the empty shrine. Cross of wood, thou living tree, the true vine clung fast to thee. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Poet's Heart Without His Gift of Song by Mary Coleridge. LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. The poet's heart without his gift of song, the soldier's courage and no sword to fight, the prophet's hate of misery and wrong, and yet no burning word to set it right. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Solo by Mary Coleridge. LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Leave me alone, my tears would make you laugh, or kindly turn away to hide a smile. My brimming granaries cover many a mile. How should you know that all my corn is chaff? Leave me alone, my tears would make you laugh. Leave me alone, my mirth would make you weep. I only smile at all that you hold dear. I only laugh at that which most you fear. I see the shallows where you sound the deep. Leave me alone, my mirth would make you weep. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Tired of the Daily Round by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Tired of the daily round, and tired of all my being. My ears are tired with sound, and mine eyes with seeing. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Life and Joy by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. It were too strong a bliss for thee to die. The tide of joy would so well round my heart, that through the waves life never could depart, and dying I should live eternally. It were too deep a joy for thee to live. Life would swoon back into the arms of death, still feebly crying with her latest breath, "Myself alone is all that I can give." End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. He Who Has Lived in Sunshine All Day Long by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. He who has lived in sunshine all day long, his happy eyes from too much light defending, he cannot duly prize one gleam of light at the day's ending. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Now by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. A crazy fool am I, and mad as the maddest dreams of sleep. I laughed when I was very sad, and now for joy I weep. The cold is here, the darkness drear, the yellow gloom, the rain, and lo! in the winter of the year, 'tis spring with me again. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. That This Should Be the Common Grief of All by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. That this should be the common grief of all, I dare not think it. No, to me alone this grief is known. Only on me the burning arrows fall. The strong gods know that I have strength to hide the greatest of their gifts, the power to grieve, in silence. And in silence I receive their last reward, in silence I abide. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Not As I Am Thou Art, and Yet Thou Art, by Mary Coleridge. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Not as I am thou art, and yet thou art. To touch thy hand I thought was touching thee. I looked into thine eyes the soul to see. I felt thee in the beating of thy heart. Hands, eyes, and heart thou hast not, yet thou art. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Love, whereof purest light the shadow is, by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Love, whereof purest light the shadow is, what? Shall thy guerdon be the general bliss? Nay, for thou think'st to gather wealth in vain, labour, affliction, death is all thy gain. Love, that made love, this only gift hath given of love itself, heaven in exchange for heaven. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Only a little shall we speak of thee, by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Only a little shall we speak of thee, and not the thoughts we think. There, where thou art, and art not, words would be as stones that sink. We shall not see each other for thy face, nor know the silly things we talk upon. Only the heart says, she was in this place, and she is gone. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Nel mezzo del cammin by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Oh, that we need not suffer the dying of hopes and fears, and knew no autumn between the summer and winter of years. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Sadness by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. I think that sadness is an idiot born. She has no eyes to see the sun in heaven, no ears to hear the music of the earth, no voice to utter forth her own desire. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Nonsense by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. I had a boat, and the boat had wings, and I did dream that we went a-flying over the heads of queens and kings, over the souls of dead and dying, up among the stars and the great white rings, and where the moon on her back is lying. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Therefore I wrote it, not that men should buy, by Mary Coleridge, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Therefore I wrote it, not that men should buy, I care not, to sell my soul for bread. The craving senses must themselves be dead, before the soul in such extremes could die. Therefore I wrote